Yeah, my name is Mo McGonigal, and I am the Director of Regional Partnerships at LEAP, which is a nonprofit based in Roanoke called Local Environmental Agriculture Project. And as part of my role, I coordinate the Roanoke Food Shed Network, who's the recipient of the grant. LEAP is, as I mentioned, the Roanoke-based nonprofit that does a lot of food systems work. So they run a lot of programs, including farmers markets and food hub and community gardens, and are more located within the Roanoke city area. But they're also the fiscal sponsor for the Roanoke Food Shed Network, which is a cross-sector food systems collaborative that spans across two-city, seven-county region, um, with the goal of creating equitable and resilient food and farm systems. The way that the network is organized is in four different working groups. So one of those is the Healthy Food Access Working Group. And we just merged our working group with another coalition's working group called Healthy Roanoke Valley. So they are more focused broad scale on um, health at large across the regional community. And they had a working group called Healthy Behaviors Work Group. And since a lot of the partners were spanning both working groups, we decided to merge the working group. So now they're connected to both coalitions, but it's the same working group. And the leading partners in that are LEAP, Carilion Clinic, Feeding Southwest Virginia, and United Way. Yeah. So just like we do with our HCAT funding, we provide community mini grants for healthy food access projects. And so, as I just said, we're expanding that to include, with this funding, to include physical activity partners. And we have a lot of fantastic recipients of the funding. I think it's seven different projects. And I'll just highlight a couple of them. One of them is called Motivational Movement in the Valley, and they're working with youth in Northwest Roanoke to create original dance productions. And they do a lot with like traditional African dance and things like that. There's a project based in the West End neighborhood through the West End Center for Youth, where they're supporting youth to participate in a 5K. Um, there's a lot of running based projects. So Girls on the Run is another organization, and they're organizing a 5K also. And then there's a project through the Wild Way, and their mission is to bring girls out to participate in like adventure based outdoor activities. So their award is going to go toward supporting um, the girls of families that can't afford to participate in the programming. So they'll offer scholarships. Um, so yeah, lots of really, really exciting initiatives happening connected around getting youth and families moving in our communities. Healthy food access and physical activity really go hand in hand. And so um, it also enables us to kind of expand our coalition to include partners that cross kind of both domains and to see how they could potentially work together in the future as well. Yeah, so this is incredibly important work. I think largely because so often we work in silos in the work that we're doing. And so these coalition-based approaches really enable us to, foundationally build relationships with each other, learn about the great work that's happening across the community, be able to plug people in the community to different things once we know about them. And then have partners be able to then begin to collaborate with each other to support each other's work. Um, and through that, we can better understand the needs of the community and be able to direct, funding and resources and really advocate for these kinds of changes, not just at a programmatic level, but at that systems and environmental change level. Thinking about infrastructure, thinking about policy, and all of those sorts of things. So it really feels like the beginning of that kind of larger long-term change, which takes, many, many years to realize, but is really rooted in the relationships and the strength of relationships that we have with each other. So this funding through the Virginia Foundation for Healthy Youth, the Prevention Connections Champions in Action Award, really helps us continue to operate the coalition and resource and support our partners in their capacities to be in relationship with each other.